coming up in today's Warhammer 40k battle report.
Oh yes, a raging clue.
I saw through your
Bullshit!
Oh!
CP that one.
CP that one. He's got 2 wounds left. That's 3 times.
Cannons, how do they work?
To another Mordian Glory battle report, and today guys it will be the Steel Legion taking on the Chaos Knights over this blasted battlefield. As you can see, there's some ancient ruins in the middle of this battlefield. The Imperial Army has set up a research station inside, but before they've been able to complete their work, the Chaos Knights have descended, coming out of a warp portal. Who knows where from? Who knows why? All the Imperium know is that their mission on this planet has suddenly got a lot harder. So what we're going to do now...
Until around turn 3 when the Knights lose.
Until around turn 3 when the Knights realise we can't take any of these objectives. So we'll go through the deployment, mission, armies in a moment guys. But it's going to be a clash of armour on this desert world. Today's mission will be battle lines from the Grand Tournament 2020 Strike Force mission pack. It is the usual take and hold. If you control 1 objective you gain 5 points. If you control 2 objectives you gain 10 points. If you control more objectives you gain an additional 5 points. There is an optional mission secondary for Vital Ground, which I have actually taken. Basically if you take an objective in No Man's Land you'll gain 2 victory points. Very nice. This is the deployment map. Hammer and anvil, long ways. Lots of shells are going to be whining back and forth across this battlefield. Now let's take a look at the armies. So taking to the battlefield today in the premier battle report for the Mordian Glory Battle Bunker will be the Armageddon 204th Mechanized Infantry. Lots of tanks, lots of armour and a smattering of infantry. Hopefully we're going to send these Chaos Knights back from whence they came.
Hell!
So just a quick overview. Some of you, well, many of you won't have seen this list in 9th edition. It was one of my favourite lists to run in 8th, but unfortunately the logistic train of Armageddon has started to come under some strain, and so this list has actually taken quite a beating from the old points changes in 9th edition. I used to be able to field 4 Sentinels, an extra Armoured Fist Squad and loads of fluffy upgrades, but now we are down to these hardened souls. So in this list, there is a battalion and a patrol detachment. In the battalion, there is 2 tank commanders and a company commander as the HQ slots. There's also 4 armoured fist squads, with each chimera being equipped identically. That's going to be 2 heavy bolters and a heavy stubber. The infantry squads will just be bare bones for today. The tank commanders will be armed with 1 with a demolisher cannon, 2 plasma cannons and a heavy bolter, and the other tank commander with a battle cannon, storm bolter, heavy bolter and 2 plasma cannons. There's also 2 heavy support slots in that battalion, which will be 2 separate Lehman Russ executioners with all of the plasma and a whole heavy bolter. In the patrol, you will see that there is another tank commander, which will be another demolisher tank commander, and there will also be Commissar Yarrick himself. Can't run an Armageddon list without the old man here to supervise. There's also going to be another armoured fist squad, bringing us up to 5 armoured fist squads, 5 Lehman Russes, and then last but not least, there will be the Tech Priest engines here, because you know, if you're taking this much armour, it's not a bad thing to have a guy running around repairing them. Now today, in terms of regiment trait that we will be taking a custom regiment trait from the Greater Good. It will be Gunnery Expert, which will allow me to reroll the random number of shots on my random shot weaponry. So that's the plasma cannons, the demolisher cannons and the battle cannon. We will also be taking for the second part of our custom trait Spotter Details to give us an extra 6-inch range on all those heavy weapons. This is the preferred way of running pretty much any armoured regiment for the Imperial Guard these days. You just want to make sure that those big boom cannons that you've got get as many shots as possible, because unlike some of the newer 9th edition codexes, we don't have access to reliable number of shots, minimum amount of damage, so we've just got to try and get the reliability where we can. Now, in terms of pre-game stuff, warlords and all that kind of stuff, the the warlord trait today will be Old Grudges, and that will be taken on the company commander. And I will also be taking a tank ace on the battle cannon tank ace, and he will be going for slow and purposeful, which will mean if he moves half or less, he'll get to reroll 1s to wound, which will be very nice. I mean, I'm hoping he won't be moving very much at all. My relic for this battle will be Kurov's Aquila. I know it's a bit of a standard and boring one, guys, but this army actually does have the potential to burn through quite a few command points. I want to be making sure that I get as many of those back as possible. No psychic powers, no psychic filth in this army. That is everything. So it's a lot of armor, not as much as we're used to, but it's still a lot of armor. Let's see if we can. Let's see what the Chaos Knights are going to be taking against us today. So here we have the Foul Chaos Knights, the Heretic Walkers emerging from the Warp Portal. 4 medium-sized knights today, none too little, none too big, all of them just right. So Johnny, do you want to take us through what you've brought in this disgusting heretic force?
Well, it is a disgusting list, and I have gone for a disgusting household, which is the Infernal Household. Now, I won't be told, because when I write my lists, my process is a very complicated one. I like to sacrifice animals to the dark gods, read their entrails, and then discern what units I should take from that process. And that may explain the contents of this list somewhat.
Explains a few things, if I might say.
So I'm House Vextrix. So I always reroll 1 hit and 1 wound, whether that's shooting, melee, or Overwatch. Okay, which is nice. Now, nice. I have 3 Despoilers and 1 Rampager. And House Vextrix is an infernal household, so what that means is I am the category, the family of Chaos Knights that roll a dice, and they can choose to take D3 mortal wounds, and then they get various buffs.
Oh yeah.
And we'll go into that as it comes. Yeah. Now, my Warlord today is my big brother Grim. He's the one on the far right. Now he's armed the same as his little brother, but he actually has a bit of airbrushing detail on his battle cannon, which is how you can tell the difference. Now the big brother, he is running a blasphemous engine, which essentially gives him Hawk Shroud ability, always counts as double on his profile. And he's got the Infernal Quest, which it's the best warlord trait. I actually forget what it does right now. I'll tell you when it comes up. And then I've got Old Strong Hand, who's got a slightly dangly, stronger hand. And he has got the Ancient Pyro Throne. That essentially gives him a smite and a dispel. And I've got him there, obviously, so I can smite, I can dispel. I don't know if you've got any psychers. But also, I can score secondaries on him. And, you know, it's quite difficult scoring secondaries on the knights. I don't have any little dudes running around like my Imperial Knights, so a bit different household to run. Then I've got, for the sake of making this video actually come up on the algorithm, a knight who we will name Fornication Face Unstoppable. He has the Teeth That Hunger relic, which instead of being +6 strength on the Reaper Chain Sword, it's double strength. So he's strength 16, so he's wounding Lehman Brushes on 2s. He's AP -4 instead of AP -3. He's still flat 6 damage, still nice, and he gets an extra attack on top, a lovely jubbly relic. And that is me. The other knight, the other brother Grim, who has battle cannon and Gatling cannon, he doesn't have anything. He's the little brother. He's like you. He represents you on the tabletop.
Oh, very good.
No special treats for you.
Nothing in that.
No consideration towards him whatsoever.
Very familiar feeling.
So all in all, in terms of weapons, simple terms, we have chainsword and fist. We have thermal cannon and Gatling cannon, and then we have 2 knights with Gatling cannon and rapid fire battle cannon.
Nice.
The guy with the thermal, who's also got the Ancient Pyro Throne, Old Strong Hand, he actually has the crack rocket launcher on the top. I forget the name right now because I usually go for Ironstorm missile pods.
It's like Storm Strike.
I'm not sure exactly. But the other 2, the Brothers Grimm, who are loaded out the same, they both have the Ignore Line of Sight rocket pods on the top, Ironstorm, which is cheaper and better. And then Rampagers aren't allowed any carapace weapons for some stupid reason. Now, this is 1990 currently, Tim, and I thought I'd start things off a little chaotically by deciding whether to give the Brothers Grimm melter guns or not, because it's a 5-point upgrade based on a dice roll. So either 1990, a great vintage, or 2000, and you may as well concede.
I'm 2000 as well.
So 4, I'm going, bounced off, 4 to 6, I'm going to take the melters. Hey, melter time is 2,000 points. Let's do this.
Alright, so we've gone through the lists. We have done all the fluff and background and narrative. The last thing to do is go through the secondaries that both sides have picked, and then we'll be back at the beginning of turn 1 with the battlefield deployed. So here we have the armoured lines of both forces facing off against each other across this ruined battlefield. The tanks, the tracks of the Armageddon Steel Legion facing off against the infernal plate and legs and one particular strong hand of the Chaos Knights.
Take my strong hand.
It's my strong hand. So, in terms of deployment, specifically, the Armageddon Steel Legion have deployed a armoured fist squad on the far left flank with an infantry squad inside. We also have got a big wedge of armour here, 4 Chimeras, 4 infantry squads, 2 Leman Russes, all being backed up by Yarrick, ready for him to give out his reroll 1's aura. Sadly, these are not Orc Knights. I mean, how do you feel about Orcs, Johnny? Would you say these are Orc Knights? If they are, Yarrick would give my army 4 rerolls against you.
No,
Great specific rules for weird characters.
I don't go out on Orc Knights anymore. It gives me a terrible hangover.
Over here, taking advantage of some of the obscuring terrain, we have the 3 tank commanders and the company commander with the old grudges. Across here, we have the knight with the thermal cannon and Gatling cannon, old strong hand. Brothers Grimm taking centre stage, and I believe this is Fornication Face. Unstoppable. Now, that's the PG name we gave him.
He has another name, but Tim wouldn't let me say the other name.
The objectives are located here, here. One I think is underneath those knights.
Yeah, just behind them.
Just behind the knights, and one in the teleportarium. Secondary objectives, the guards went for Titan Hunters, of course. Deploy Scramblers and Vital Ground. You see, one of my guard squads is currently in reserves, ready to come on sneaky beaky styley if they can.
Apparently in a sexual fashion from the tone of your voice.
Oh yes, a raging clue. So, the Knights have gone for Bring It Down, they've gone for Grind It Down, and they've gone for Mental Interrogation. They want to melt the brains of the old man. Let's see if they can.
Face.
Well, not. Yes. So there's lots. Yeah. So really interesting to the secondaries. Obviously, Jonathan has an easy one for me to pick against him, and I have an easy one for him to pick against me. And then after that, it was all to play for, essentially. Now, that's everything. One quick shout out I want to do. You might have noticed I've got some new objective markers. These ones with the Mordian Glory face on. These were provided to me by Grot Skull Workshop. You may remember in one of my previous videos, I showed off some of his fantastic Grot Army Imperial Guard force. Absolutely fantastic stuff. He does a range of these things. So you can get the objective marker ones, as you can see here. Really, really cool little kind of like button things with a number on each one. And I'll be doing a proper in-depth review of these in another video, but just sort of mentioning them today. He also does things that cover, for example, you've got the orders as well. So you can go Gunners Kill on Sight and put that on a tank like that, for example. I have also got an additional 10 sets of these objective markers that have been provided by him, which I will be giving away to some lucky viewers. We'll be doing some random draws, and again, that'll be part of the video that I do later in the week. So 10 lucky people can get some Mordian Glory objective markers. Pretty sweet.
9 lucky people. I do watch your videos, and I'm leaving this gaming table with one of those packs.
Okay, well I actually had 11 and I've already given you your pack. So there we go. It's also the reason that I want to get Johnny to have some of these as well is because we're trying to have consistent branding across our tables.
Battle Brothers.
The Battle Brothers, the Brothers Grimm. So it's all coming together. So that's all the preamble done. Let me grab a dice and we'll do the all-important dice roll live on camera.
Can you catch live on camera?
No.
I'll do another one.
Yes.
This is it.
But now you need to get a dice.
I have one right here.
Oh, okay, excellent. There we go. That was my Yarrick reroll coming in. So, as you are my guest, Jonathan, would you like to roll the dice there so I can see what I have to beat?
Let's roll simultaneously. 3, 2, 1.
Ha! Made you roll it first anyway.
5. Fuck you.
5.
Nice. Saw through your
bullshit! Oh! He was ready to get all in my face, but now he's got egg on his face, on his stupid, ugly Imperial Heritage Knight face.
Now. I'm Chaos, you're Imperial. Fuck you.
I need to get the corn t-shirt out.
Give me the corn t-shirt.
Right. Enough.
A red tie.
Very true. I won't show it on camera. Very true. But anyway, enough preamble. Let us fight. So, end of the guard movement phase. We have an armoured fist squad pushing up this flank here. The general armoured corps here moving forward a little bit, staying within Yarrick's aura. And we also have the firepower of these guys. They stood still, moved around a little bit, but not too much. Last but not least, this Chimera moved forward, advanced, and it will be popping smoke. It will be holding that objective now. So that's pretty good. That is the movement phase done. Let's get on to the shooting phase. Starting with this tank commander, we have spent a couple of CP for Hail of Fire. That means that all of his random shot weaponry will in fact not be random shot and will get the maximum dice rolls, which means he'll be getting 12 shots from his battle cannon. He's given himself the order Gunner's kill on sight for reroll 1s, and he's going to be firing into this knight, which has been old grudged. So 12 shots hitting on 3s. Oh, 1 off the table. And we'll 2 off the table, I think, and we'll come back after we've picked out the die. After rerolls, that was 9 hits. Let's see how many wounds we get. 6 wounds after Old Grudges kicked in. So now it's time for John to save. He has rotated ion shields, so roll them dice with some 4-ups. Statistical, 3 go through. Oh, he's got CP one of those, still goes through. Such is the way. So 3d3 damage, because it's just a good old battle cannon. That's pretty good. 8 damage on that knight from the battle cannon. Let's see what the plasma cannons can do now. Plasma cannons overcharged, going in hot. 1 miss. No rerolls that time. Wounding on 4s, rerolling. Good job we got some rerolls. That wouldn't have been very good otherwise. 1 wound so far. Let's try again. 2 wounds. 2 4-ups for Jonathan to make. Fails both of them. That's another 4 damage. That knight has taken 8 wounds so far. We'll finish off with the heavy bolter and then we'll wrap up the rest of the shooting off camera. Just like to show off what a one special unit can do each turn.
You're trying to show off your bad dice rolls, but in fact showing off I have worse dice rolls.
Indeed. Oh, how the turntables.
Oh, how you've been salty for about 5 years of filming battle reports and it's me being unlucky the whole time.
There we go. 2 more wounds for you there, Johnny. -1. 2 damage each from the new and improved heavy bees. Move that one out of the way. First one is a save. Second one is a save. Falling back on the age-old tournament bullshit tactic of rolling 1 at a time.
It worked, man.
12 wounds taken on that night. We'll wrap up the rest of the shooting on this flank and then we'll see what else we've got. So after the rest of the castle unloaded, we actually did 22 wounds to this knight. So it's got 2 wounds remaining. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the rest of the shooting off camera and we'll see what is left after the dust has settled. Johnny's got a bit of a sweat on, but what he's got to remember is that was my old grudges that really kicked in and helped me a lot there. Now we're hitting on 4s and at best we've got reroll 1s and no reroll wounds. So we'll see if we can finish that knight off and maybe scratch the paint on another one. Let's see what we can do. So end of that the shooting phase, a blistering display from the guard. Thanks to Vengeance Vicadia and all the other heavy bolters, we're able to put this knight down by 18 wounds. He's only got 6 wounds left. So we have degraded a knight seriously and taken 1 out. But whilst we have protected ourselves from some potential chargification, we have not protected ourselves from much firepower at all. So let's see what the knights can do going into their turn. So very quick knight turn. We actually sort of just rolled all the dice and we're like, oh crap, we haven't done any live dice rolls, but we'll make sure we get some later on. So basically, Big Brother Grimm came over here and did 11 wounds to this knight, knight commander, but then shot and finished off the Chimera, and the guys fell out. Now, because he is a character and he counts as 10 models and objectives secured.
He's got a heretical engine, which means he's always on double profile. And he's also, I spent 2 points for 2 CP for Trail of Destruction, so he rolled all hits.
So he was doing very well. Should have been hitting on 5s, no rerolls, but because of Johnny's picks, he was hitting on 4s with rerolls.
And I got a CP. I spent a CP reroll to go from 3 shots with the battle cannon up to 7, up to 8.
That's true, yeah. So, but what I was saying is because he counts as OBSEC and 10 models, I actually don't control subjects, so I will only get 5 primary points at the beginning of my turn. How interesting. Then Little Brother Grimm totally beansed it and missed pretty much everything, and what he did hit saved, and that's my avatar, so that makes sense because I generally have terrible luck.
You are piloting that now.
So I am piloting that, so that makes total sense.
Nothing.
But then Mr. Stronghand brought it back by actually managing to kill 2 tanks. He melted one, and then Gatling and crack rockets.
You got double 6 on the crack. I got 2 crack rockets through and did 2 wounds.
But then everything else. Then the Gatling just killed him.
And then the Gatling just wrecked him. Yeah.
Then the Gatling just wrecked it. I think he
had softened him up.
Yeah.
Big Brother did a lot.
Basically, I lost 2 tanks and a Chimera. So I have lost some significant firepower there, but I haven't lost my tank commanders, and my Demolisher cannons are going to be in range now.
And I can't see them.
And he can't see them.
But you can see me.
But I can see him. So this is going to be very...
Ooh.
Yeah! Magic! No, not magic. Honour. So, at the end of that turn, Johnny did get quite a few points for Bring It Down. He would have also got some points for Grind Him Down. He almost didn't get Grind Him Down, but he managed to bring it back in the end.
I totally forgot I was even trying to score. I disregarded points as a thing and was just trying to destroy things.
Exactly. Very chaotic night of you.
I also randomly got extra damage on him.
But took a wound.
Extra damage on him.
But took a wound.
And also totally forgot to use it.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's on toughness 9.
Yeah, we'll just put a wound on him. There we go.
I randomised everything, and the dice are favourable.
So they've taken a couple. They've damaged themselves. These damn down, dirty heretical knights.
Toughness 9.
But he is toughness 9, so he's pretty chunky. So let's see what the guard can do in retaliation. I'm hoping to kill another knight this turn at least. If I don't do that, it's going to be difficult. But I should hopefully to kill a knight. But I haven't got old grudges now.
15 points.
I will max 15 points. So let's see what happens in guard turn 2. So this tank commander, the knight commander, has decided, because he's only got 1 wound left, he is going all in. He has had 4-5 command points spent on him. He's got Relentless on him. He has got, which means he's operating on his top bracket, even though he's only got 1 wound left. He has had Hail of Fire put on him, which means he's getting maximum shots with everything. And he's got Vengeance for Cadia on him, which means he's getting full rerolls to hit and full rerolls to wound. What an absolute beast!
And he's taken 11 wounds.
And he's taken 11 wounds. This is his Hail Mary. This is his do or die.
I have a 4 invulnerable save from my rotation.
Yeah, the 4 invulnerable save from rotation. I think I'm going to lose it anyway, but let's see if I can do some damage to you. So, that's the battle cannon. 3 misses, re-rolling, almost a full house. Wounding on 4s. Oh lordy, may the Emperor smile down upon these dice, because I'm a lucky son of a bitch.
I'm so glad we've started filming dice on your channel. Finally, everyone will see through the lies of the Jedi.
There we go, so 4 ups. Let's see how many lies there are. Where you all of them? I hope I'm proven wrong.
And get all 4s.
Average? I think you got bang on the average there.
5 by 5.
So if only... Now, Johnny, you're very lucky because previously I used to be able to take a relic called the Hammer of Thunder.
Spend CP.
Okay, spending CP. Didn't pay off. That's twice now that's happened. So, 5d3 damage. Oh, lordy! That is 9. 12 damage in total on him. He's already taken 5 wounds. 17 wound Arunis. And in case you're wondering where this guy went, 2 Demolisher cannons in the face. Got rid of him. So let's see what the plasma can do. Do you want plasma coming in hot? 6 shots, 4 rerolls, all hit. Winning on 4s, full rerolls. All wound. It's another. That's a full house. That's not even an almost full house. Oh, old fingers on the lens there.
All the crap. Alright.
Oh, Oh, it's not.
Come on, by the power of the gods.
There you go. 3 go through. That's 4 more wins. 21 damage overall.
I genuinely feel like they need to start making like the basic small knights about 40 wounds. If all Space Marines have doubled in wounds, then these need to be like 32, and I think Dominus need to be 40.
Oh, at least it's like Baneblades.
You just cut through them. It's just nothing. There's not that. It's not even hard.
These are goddamn knights, and they are not feeling like goddamn knights right now.
No one's afraid of knights anymore, and that's a joke.
That's a sad state.
People should be afraid of knights. Knights being bullshit is basically like a foundation of
the competitive scene.
Yeah, exactly.
They were always the gatekeepers, and some people loved it, some people hated it.
I like the knights being the gatekeepers because I feel like, you know, if you build an army list and it can't take on the knights, then you shouldn't be taking it to a tournament.
It's like Prestige with Wide Karaoke. If you can't sing, sit the fuck down.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sit the fornicate down.
Yes, exactly.
So, Heavy Bolter. Vengeance for Cadia. Oh yes, there's much vengeance being felt for Cadia here.
I'm so glad people can see this on camera.
Oh, no wounds, no wounds. Oh dear, let's give it another go. Vengeance for Cadia. 1 wound. 1 wound. He's safe.
Hey!
And the Bolter of the Storm. 2 hits. And let's try again. Oh, it's a cheeky wound. It's a cheeky wound.
Praise the gods.
It's a cheeky through. 22. No, just 1. It's a Storm Bolter.
I think you'll find you on 24 damage. Was I on 21?
You're on 21. Now you're on 22.
Okay, so I'd messed that up in some way. That is 22.
Awesome. There we go. So, that is the big boy shot, the demolisher kind of shot. We've got a smattering of the old heavy bolters to go off. We might finish him off, but let's see what happens going into the end of the guard shooting phase. So it took every last bolt and stub round, but we finally got through 1 more heavy bolter round onto this knight, and I have died because that was my knight.
Yes,
I am
shot
now
yourself
dead.
in the face.
Literally in the face. So look, it's a turn 2. It's pretty brutal, to be honest. There's 1 knight left. He is a pretty much fully powered knight, and he has got the best anti-tank firepower. But look, I think this is a showcase for both how 9th edition is often considered a 2-turn game, and also a showcase for how much of a buff knights need. We won't get into that now. We'll get into that to the end wrap up. But yeah, it's
They need a lot of work.
It's a bit, you know, it's obviously nice for the guard to win, but it's also a bit of a shame because I wanted a proper battle report for the first one, but we never throw battle reports away on this channel.
No, what happens, happens.
What happens, happens. So look, it is what it is.
It's a pretty battle.
At the very least, it looks good. So
didn't feel good doing it though.
Well, we've all.
Anyway, I'm gonna still come at you, bro.
So you know what? We'll end that there. That's the end of the guard turn. We've maxed out that. We've got some primary and whatnot. Doesn't really matter at this point.
15 points, and now I'm scoring none.
He was going to be scoring 15, now scoring none because this Chimera moved in advance and popped smoke and is now contesting that objective.
Vengeance for Cadia, I have to say, is an utterly bullshit.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready. So first things first, I'm going to do my Iron Storm onto the guy who keeps wrecking me. I get 2 shots. I get 1 hit. I get to. I'm not going to waste that reroll. And it doesn't work, so he lives through the game. Because of the line of sight blocking, I can't see basically anything because of the size of this.
Yeah.
So then his thermal is going to go into this guy. He's just within 18 inches. And he gets 4 shots. And I'm obviously going to spend 2 CP to reroll
Mega
everything.
mode.
Yeah. So he hits with 3. Let's make it 3.
Can I ask a question? Would that reroll have counted for your hit against this guy?
Yes, but...
Right, we'll go back to do that. Don't worry about it.
It doesn't matter.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, no armour.
No armour whatsoever. 3d6.
So it's 6 flat.
Yep.
Plus...
Enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 12 damage.
Does she blow? There she blows! Not quite.
No, she doesn't.
There is 10 guys in there. We'll roll some dice for them.
And then I'm going to put the Gatling cannon. I'm kind of tempted to put them into the guys who get out just for the fun, but I'll put it into this.
Okay.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Still got a reroll to wound rocking. 2, 3, 4. Nice. Sorry, I just had a momentary not able to count moment.
That's okay, that's alright.
I'm rerolling everything, aren't I? That was my hits.
I believe so. That's very nice. So this one is dead, he's now shooting at this one.
And it's wounding on 5.
Indeedy.
awful. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that one was already there.
There's 1 under there. There's a 4 under the Chimera.
Yeah, that's definitely the right amount of dice.
I passed 2 of them.
So it's 2 damage.
That was unlucky.
Then I'm going to charge this guy.
You make it. I mean, you couldn't fail it, but you definitely make it.
Oh.
The old tournament moving knights only need not one to pat them with the base on.
Actually, well, I'll have to consolidate back into range of the objectives.
Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And then, so he has 12 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just realised I didn't find my stubber.
So you actually have the reroll over here.
Okay.
So it hits. This is the reroll into this tank, by the way. And it wounds. Alright. So this is AP. -1.
I think it's -1, but
I'll
double check for you.
Well, I get a 6, so either way, he's going to live.
Then 3 stubber shots.
3 stubs.
Which will go into this guy just in case I need that extra wound.
Reroll the thing. What's that called? It's overcharge.
Trail of Destruction.
Trail of Destruction,
Nice.
nice.
Awesome.
No wounds, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. You'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
He's going to kick me
12.
in the face. Oh, it's looking good.
That is looking...
Does Trail of Destruction count for combat?
No.
Can you spend 2 CP for another phase for it to count for combat?
It's just for shooting.
Okay, interesting.
Strength 7, so it's 4s.
Okay.
So it's that many.
Okay.
AP -2, I think. D3.
Well, definitely 3 go through.
And he takes
5 damage.
5 damage.
5 damage.
So he's not even dead, and I'm not on the objective anymore.
So I had
Testing it anyway.
10 guys in the Chimera. Ooh, sugar me. So 3 have died so far, and the next 5. 4 died, so those were clearly from the reserves.
Yeah.
Normally I'm really lucky with getting guys out of vehicles.
Well, the thing is, he's in. They're in a metal box that just got superheated into molten slag.
It's melted.
So the fact that any of them got out.
It's good training.
Yeah.
It's like in Game of Thrones when the guy gets the molten gold poured on his head.
It's literally those 4 guys just ate a helmet full of fresh molten Chimera.
These helmets are meant to protect us.
This one's still hot. Factory fresh.
So this guy's dead. That was very unlucky you didn't get him. I thought you would have got him.
Well,
and that was very unlucky over there as well.
Over 20 years of 40k gaming. That's generally the pattern.
What a mad world we live in. Right, that is the Knights turn 3. They have scored some points, but I think this is unless my turn goes horrendously. This could be sweet night for that. I'm not making words.
Let's not write it off just yet.
Let's see what 2 Demartian cannons can do.
I have the Chaos Guards on my side.
You have the Chaos. Did you roll for random I am supercharged?
No.
Did you do any kind of I am supercharged?
No.
So you are whatever you are. Okay, awesome.
You will have to take every wound from me.
I will do that. Well, let's see what the guard can do. Let's see if we can mop this chaos scum up.
I'm gonna go. Even though I hope you don't mind, just because we're trying to rush quickly. I'm just gonna take D3 wounds and go up to toughness 9.
Worth it. Now that is significant. My battle cannons and my plasma will now be way less effective.
And it's. I mean, if I'd got. It's just worth it.
I was gonna suggest just do it. Right, let's see what the guard can do. We'll roll some dice, and if it starts looking close, we'll do some live rolls.
I'll just hold the camera. You can roll until you blow them up. Let's roll.
Right, no worries. I've cut it there, and then we'll be back when we're all set up with the dice. So let's start spending some CP on the Demartian tank commander that is in range. He's in range because of the extra 6-inch range from my regiment trait, and he is going to spend 2 CP for Hail of Fire, which I get back. So I am still on 5 CP after I'm going to have spent everything this turn. So that is maximum shots from the Demartian cannon. That is 12 Demartian cannon shots. I'm also going to spend a CP for Vengeance for Kadir on him, which is 12 shots, which is going to be firing, hitting on 3s, but re-rolling everything. Good job. Ooh, dropped 3. All right. So we should have 9 dice here. Yeah. And then we are going to wound on 3s because the Martian cannons are strength 10. Suck it, toughness 9 droid. That is 9 wounds. That's a full house of wounds. Right. Do you want to roll some saves? You can probably do it there. There we go. Roll some saves.
I'm on a 4-up.
He's on a 4-up, but that is...
Just a joke.
That is...
That's a pass.
That's a pass. That's 66 damage going through. Can we do it in one go?
We should.
6, 12, 15...
17, 18, 19.
17, 18...
He's not quite dead.
He's not quite dead. Okay. I'll
Use the plasma.
I'll use a CP. Why not? I made it worse.
You.
So, one less wound. What's this total now?
Well, he's taken 2 already.
Yeah, and he's just taken 12, 18.
So he's got 4 left, as I said.
4 left. Awesome. You know maths better than I do. Right, plasma. Here we go. Overcharging, coming in hot. Okay, all hit. We're on 5s now. Ooh. Okay, 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. He's got 2 wounds left.
CP that one.
CP that one. He's got 2 wounds left. That's 3 times. Heavy bolter. Reroll. Will the heavy bolter do it? That's 2 so far. Vengeance for KD. That is 3. Can a single Demolish Tank kill a single knight?
Auf Wiedersehen, people, viewers, because this is the end for me.
It's
not! It's not! Oh yes, praise the gods.
Alright, straight on to the next tank then. This guy is going to fire into...
He demolishes out of range.
Demolishes out of range though, so 2d3 for the random number of plasmas. Okay, we'll keep that. That's 4 shots. I'll take Gunner's Kill on Sight for reroll 1s and I'll overcharge. That is 4 hits. That is 1 wound. Okay, it's another save or die situation.
Praise the gods.
He's alright. He's still going. He's still going. This is Heavy Bolter. Can he do it? Alright, it's another save or die situation. 50-50. Here we go.
This is where I excel. I use my CP.
You have used your CP.
Then, GG.
Very good game.
Shaking up left-handed like weirdos.
So, that was a blistering game. Let's survey the battlefield and do a wrap-up.
I'm just going to roll to see if my knight blows up, just for the funds.
Can you not do spiteful blow-up?
I can, and I think it goes at... whatever.
He's definitely gone off on that. It just collapses. Magnetising, baby.
That's magnetising for you. One dead knight, straight up.
Magnets, how do they work?
I want to go on a whole rant about like juggalos and like an insane clown posse, but I won't. Anyway, so yeah, I think me and Tim said we're going to do a box cast on the state of mech and guard, the state of knights, just a bit of a box cast sesh. So we'll save the juicy goodness for that. I'm sure Tim will have a
bit of an after action.
Have a bit of an after action on the end of this video, because it's only been a short battle report. But yeah, from me, Scholar, thank you for having me very much, Mordian.
No, thank you for coming. I mean, that was 30-second wrap up for me. That was brutal. I didn't think it would go that way. I'm very used to facing Imperial Knights, which I have got a difficult track record against. Probably only a 50-50% win rate against them. Chaos Knights, it's a totally different ball game. Vengeance for Cadia is an insane stratagem against them, and this is not even the strongest list I could have fielded. We've talked on the channel about Cadia, Raw Cadia being the best regiment. I could have taken the Lost Relic of Cadia and my whole army could have had full reroll hit and to wound for 1 turn. That would have been insane. So what we're showing here, guys, to wrap it up, Guard might be on the back foot, but we are starting to see some very favourable matchups for Guard present themselves in the old meta. So it's just interesting to show how Guard v Chaos, Guard seem to come out on top. So we haven't wrapped up the points here, guys, but that's that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this battle report. Thank you for watching, and of course, we'll see you guys next time.